Give apparent generative AI use in the $45 to $50 book of concept art that Marvel Studios is selling in relation to Brand New Day, and I want to talk about this very bluntly. This is the official book that they released on August 18th. Something that was quickly noticed was this image depicting New York City from artist Scott McInnes called Big City Little Spider. People have rightfully been asking what is going on here and what is going on here, among other things. For comparison, here is the concept art for Spider-Man back in 2002 from actual artist Will Reese. Here's another example. The thing is, when people buy these books of concept art, they are spending $50 of their hard-earned money to see actual art. Iron Man 3 is a movie I have a lot of love for, and this book is beautiful stuff. See concept art from actual artists like Andy Park. Andy Park was the leader of Marvel's visual development team. They just fired that entire team. I've talked about it multiple times. One of the things they dealt with was concept art. One of the most important things about that team was their passion and love for the comics themselves. They understood the stories that they were relaying, putting into film. They understood the cinematic universe as well. They made sure it all flowed together visually. There are a few things as poetic as selling an art book for the character of Spider-Man and having an AI-generated image of New York City. A lot of people gave me a hard time when I talked about the Little Caesars stuff that was in the movie over and over again. Then you go back to the Spider-Man movies in the early 2000s and you see Joe's Pizza, where he's working there because he actually has a job. A small business representation because this is New York. Spider-Man Brand New Day, in my opinion, was a big corporate machine that did not care about things like Spider-Man or New York City, but was designed to push the MCU forward with Jean Grey and the X-Men coming. I think AI-generated concept art is an ironic detail in a movie that was a big commercial, right? They made over $300 million in brand deals and you felt it. Samsung was all over the movie, and Little Caesars is all over the movie, and Liquid IV is there, BMW is all over the movie, and other brands as well. For example, Tom Holland's own brand, Biro. You're not shooting in New York because you don't want to spend the money to shoot in New York, so you build 3 city blocks in Scotland. If you look closely at any of it or you notice any of the buildings, it doesn't really feel like New York because it's not. See this story as a tiny piece of the puzzle around this movie and the MCU in general. A movie coming next from the Russo brothers that I made a video about who actively love AI. They talk about it all the time and they are pouring their own money into it with their company. For guys who think that shit like this is cool. I'm not gonna just talk about Marvel either because it just came out that they were using AI apparently to conceptualize Lobo for the Supergirl movie. Again, it's so ironic because this character was forced into this movie to satisfy chuds. It does not work and it makes the movie worse. It's a soulless nothing character that apparently had soulless nothing images involved in this version of the character's conception. If you're a film bro using this to dunk on the MCU, make sure you're talking about Martin Scorsese announcing a partnership with a company that does AI storyboarding. Actually love the MCU and you actually want it to have a real future, do not defend this shit. Be like Sammy J, who has the access, has the love for the material, and still is willing to say, yeah, this is bullshit. It's asking diehard fans who do things like buy books of concept art to pay $50 for a book that has a fucking computer-generated image in it is embarrassing, and it's spitting in the face of your fans.